How often do you take time for yourself amidst the hustle and bustle of life? Today we're delving into the importance of self-care. Amid the whirlwind of responsibilities and tasks, it's easy to forget about our own needs. We're often so caught up in caring for others that we put ourselves last. But here's a reality check. Self-care isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for our overall well-being. There's a common misconception that self-care is selfish or indulgent. It's not. Think of it as recharging your batteries so you can keep going and give your best. This is especially crucial for caregivers who are constantly supporting others. Ignoring your own needs can lead to burnout, impacting your ability to care for others effectively. So, how can we ensure we're taking care of ourselves? Well, stay tuned for the next scenes where we'll break down the process and provide strategies for implementing self-care. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Finding time for self-care may seem daunting, but it becomes manageable when broken down into steps. Let's take a closer look at this process and see how it can be woven seamlessly into your daily routines. Firstly, identify what self-care activities you truly enjoy. This could be as simple as reading a book, going for a walk, or brewing a cup of your favorite tea. Remember, the goal here is not to add more tasks to your already packed schedule, but to introduce activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Once you've identified these activities, the next step is to schedule time for them. Yes, you heard it right, schedule it. Just as you would schedule a doctor's appointment or a work meeting, it's equally important to pencil in time for self-care. This could be as little as 10 minutes each day or an hour every weekend. The key is to find a time that works for you and stick to it. Now let's talk about commitment. It's easy to let self-care slide, especially when life gets busy or when you're taking care of others. But remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Making a commitment to follow through on your self-care activities is crucial. This doesn't mean you have to be rigid. If something comes up or if you're simply not feeling it one day, that's okay. The important thing is to make self-care a consistent part of your routine. Lastly, let's address potential obstacles. Yes, there will be days when finding time for self-care seems impossible. But rather than being deterred by these hurdles, view them as opportunities to get creative. Maybe you can combine your self-care activity with something else. For example, if you enjoy listening to music, do it while you're doing chores. If you love nature, take a walk during your lunch break. Small steps can lead to significant changes. Start by identifying one self-care activity you enjoy. Remember, self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So, here's to making time for you amidst all the hustle and bustle of life. Now that you know the steps, it's time to put them into practice. Adopting self-care strategies is not about initiating grand gestures or making drastic life changes. It's about cultivating small, everyday habits that boost your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. Implementing a self-care strategy can be as simple as starting with a 5-minute mindfulness practice every morning or taking a brisk 15-minute walk after dinner. Consider the things that bring you joy and peace. It could be reading a chapter of a book, listening to your favorite music, or practicing yoga. Once you've identified these activities, the next step is to consciously incorporate them into your daily routine. For instance, you could set aside 10 minutes each morning for reading. This not only gives you a peaceful start to your day, but also ensures that you're dedicating time to yourself amidst your caregiving responsibilities. Similarly, listening to music while doing chores can make the tasks less tedious and more enjoyable. This way, you're taking care of your mental health while also taking care of your responsibilities. Practicing yoga, on the other hand, can serve as a form of physical exercise and a method for stress relief. By carving out 20 minutes in your day for yoga, you're taking care of both your physical and mental health simultaneously. Remember, it's okay to start small. It's better to consistently practice self-care for a few minutes each day than to sporadically dedicate an hour or two. Consistency is key when it comes to self-care. Also, it's important to note that self-care is not selfish. Taking care of your own well-being allows you to be a better caregiver for others. By prioritizing your own health, you're ensuring that you have the energy and mental clarity to provide the best care possible. Starting today, make a commitment to yourself, because you matter and your well-being matters.